It's 2025, and the GunZ gods have blessed us. Masangsoft, the owners of GunZ The Duel, have finally spoken to us and given us the first few updates of the new remastered version of GunZ The Duel. I've finally, after years and years of making content on GunZ, have been in touch personally with staff at Masangsoft as well, which gives me actual hope that they're taking this remaster of GunZ really seriously. 2025 is going to be the year of GunZ, so buckle on in and we'll cover the first few updates that we are given by the new devs. Alright, first things first, all of this is going down inside of the official GunZ Discord. I will say it's been relatively unmoderated since they opened it a few months ago, but they hit us with a little early Christmas gift on December 23rd and gave us their first real announcement in there. Let's check it out. We have an announcement from Maximus. He says, "I'm Max, the project developer of GunZ The Duel Global, and it's a pleasure to officially greet you all. First off, I wanted to thank you for the incredible interest and enthusiasm you've shown for GunZ." No problem, bro. He goes on to cover a few different topics, and I'm not going to read this entire thing, but I'll touch on the main stuff that I want to talk about that I think is important, and you can read the entire post for yourself by pausing the video or join the GunZ Discord. I'll put links in the description to all that stuff. First on Max's list here is gameplay. The short of this is that he very much respects K-Style and understands that it is the iconic thing that has kept this game as popular as it's been for as long as it's been. The second thing he touches on is improved accessibility, and this is kind of left up to interpretation really. It basically just says that they'll work on improving the player experience, update the user interface, and they won't mess with the core gameplay, which is huge, obviously. The third step on this is huge. Now Max, he calls it customization, but I call it no pay to win, baby! They don't say 100% that there will be zero pay to win, but he does say he's committed to addressing the issues surrounding pay to win and enhancing the fairness of the game. You can't say that and then make the game pay to win, bro. I've said this in previous videos, but their past project that they just did, Microvolts, they removed all of the pay to win elements from that game, so I'm really confident that there will not be pay to win in the re-release version of GunZ. I can't imagine it. The last thing that Max says in the post is to keep an eye out for the graphics remaster and that he'd be updating us very shortly with some news. He also said he'd be monitoring the Discord chat and willing to discuss everything from gameplay to the GunZ legal matters, but honestly, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since he said that, and I haven't seen any interaction from the devs in the actual like general chat, which is a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. And just now, like right before I'm recording this video, we finally saw our first glimpse of what the new UI is going to look like. Max shared these 2 in-game screenshots that weren't clear placeholders like we have currently on the Steam page. Before I talk about how I feel about this, here's basically every piece of info that we can gather from these 2 screenshots. First, and most obviously, the UI is brand new, and it looks modern, minimalistic. The health bars, the score, the weapon equipped, the kill feed, it's all updated. The actual graphics of the game itself have not been touched. I'm so used to playing with the clean maps that I actually had to log in and check, but yes, I confirmed that with the high textures on a GunZ private server, it's exactly the same as the textures in the screenshot. So here's how I actually feel about this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little underwhelmed by these screenshots. Firstly, guys, it's 2025. Can we get a 1080p screenshot? Why is the screenshot so small? Why is it so little? It feels like a mistake, and maybe they'll upload bigger pictures and I'll look stupid right now, but as of right now, there's like 9 pixels in each of these screenshots. I don't know what happened there. Now, this might be a super boomer opinion, but I don't love the UI. I saw this coming because every single game does this now. The UI is extraordinarily basic and minimalistic. The health bar, though, is what really kills me. Like that giant iconic Z that I literally have tattooed on my skin for the rest of my life has been replaced. Come on, man. I hope that they have it like private servers where you can toggle on the classic UI, and yeah, that'd be sick. I will say the new "Let's Rock" text is alright though. I just wish the UI overall was a little less basic. It kind of removed some of the charm, I feel like, from the game. I also hope you'll still be able to toggle the clean maps back on without digging through and editing the game files in like a text editor like you had to do back in the day. I hope they know that we don't really care about the textures in game, but we'll see. I will say in these screenshots, I don't recognize the set that the developer is wearing, and the textures look pretty good on that. I imagine, if anything, any of the new armor sets that they design for GunZ will have nicer looking textures than the ones that were made 15 years ago. If that set does already exist on KGunZ, or it's like really old from the end of EG or area days, my bad. I just never play a male character, so I didn't really recognize the set, but to me it looks new. So as a whole, I am a little underwhelmed on the UI update. I'm super excited that we are actually now, as a community, in contact with the developers of GunZ. I think that's great, and we'll be able to hopefully have our voice be heard and make this game great and shape the future of this game again. One more thing I did want to say, just to give you guys a little more hope, is if the no pay to win and the UI update wasn't enough to get you excited, it's that Masangsoft finally, after all these years, has actually responded to me. I'm not going to share the email here directly because I think that would be rude, but essentially look out for the devs to be partnering with content creators such as myself and other GunZ content creators. As the game gets closer to release, they should be in contact with content creators. It looks like they actually do want to work with the community, so I think that's great. I, to be honest with you, didn't have great expectations when the Steam page was released a few months ago. I was just happy that something was finally happened, but honestly, at this point, I would say that I'm actually impressed. They've nearly confirmed no pay to win. They're not just going to re-release the old version of the game. They're actually updating it, which my initial fear was they were going to throw up the 15-year-old version of the game, make it pay to win, have lead in like it's always been, and I thought that this was going to be dead on arrival, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I'm actually genuinely hopeful and excited. I feel like if the devs could just confirm at this point that the server will be anti-lead, we are 100% set for a new golden age and like true revival of this game with the population beyond what it ever even had before. One more little GunZ news nugget that I've stumbled upon is that Korean GunZ actually had its first tournament in years and years that was hosted by Masangsoft recently. If you go to the Korean GunZ page, it's mostly just been like server maintenance for 8 years or something since they took over the server, but they actually held an event for the few players that are left on KGunZ. I think that that shows that they actually do want to bring this game back, which is great. So I stumbled upon the Masangsoft YouTube channel, which is entirely in Korean, by the way. I hope they make a new YouTube for Global GunZ or whatever they want to call it and have some English content. I think that would be good. But the main thing I took away from this is in the video of the finals of the 1v1 tournament, they have some sort of replay controls beyond what we used to have in the old days of GunZ, which means to me that they're cooking at least a little bit. They're doing something. I'm putting like behind me on the webcam, I'll have like actual what the video looks like, but essentially they can like pan and zoom and show both perspectives at the same time, which I'm not sure if they're just accomplishing that with like fancy controls inside of OBS or if the actual GunZ client itself has been updated to have better replay controls for viewing, you know, controlling the replay or whatever. But if they've been developing on that, I think that's sick. I know private servers have updated the replay systems, and I've mentioned that in one of my previous GunZ, like the wish list video, so check that out if you didn't see that last month, by the way. But yeah, I think that a fully fledged replay system that allows us to have like nice viewing angles for tournaments and stuff would be sick. All right, guys, that's pretty much all the news we've gotten. I hadn't made a video in like over a month about the GunZ update, so I just wanted to give you guys something, the little bit of info that we've been given over this last month or so. Definitely the most optimistic I've been for GunZ in at least 15 years. Thank you, Masangsoft, for all you've done so far, but for the love of all that is holy, please add anti-lead to Steam GunZ, and we will actually be so back, dude. We'll be so back. Links to everything that you would ever want from watching this video is going to be in the description. If you watched this far, please hit the like button, comment down below. Thank you so much to the tier 2 channel members. You can join the channel down below for like $1 or $2, something really small like that. You can get your name in the credits. And as soon as there's more GunZ news, I'll make a video. Until then, peace.